everybody. My name is Bryant, and this is I Have Comic Issues, and today is Comic Channel Origins, and I have the top trio from C3, or Comics Curing Cancer, with me today. First one I want to introduce is Rob's Fat Stacks. Hey, Rob.
Hi, everybody.
Then we got Mark from Legion of Comics.
Hey.
And we got DJ Links.
Hola a todos mundos.
Welcome in, everybody.
Para información en español marca 2, para inglés marca 1.
Okay, I need my AirPods to translate that for me. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
That's
sorry,
true.
Mark.
That's true.
Yeah, you're right. That is true.
We're the Earth One top trio.
Yes.
It's a reverse thing going on.
We got Dave from Still Only 35 Cents. Welcome, Dave.
Now that we know you'll highlight any and every comment, this is going to be a good show.
Today we're here to talk to these guys about how they are organized and continue to run C3. For those of y'all that don't know, and if you're not in the comic book YouTube community, you might not know, but C3 is the Comics Curing Cancer, and this is October, and it's a very big month for C3. These guys work hard all year round to make it happen. So I'm here today to talk to these guys about what they do and how they do it, and basically the comic channel origins of C3. So first question, and one of y'all can take it, whoever wants to, but how did C3 get organized and get started?
So the Comics Curing Cancer was actually the brainchild of Chris Cardboard Crazies. He had a family member pass away from cancer and decided to do a 24-hour marathon to raise money for the American Cancer Society. And so it was just him getting some friends from comic book community members on, doing some art, people like Roscoe and the Rogue Trader and folks coming on there doing art all around the clock, and then auction off, setting out the hope to raise $2,000. And through the generosity of the community, they managed to raise almost just over $8,000 and donated that to the American Cancer Society. So that's how it originally got started. Then the ACS kind of paid attention. Plus, it turns out that the Rogue Trader's wife worked for the American Cancer Society. And so she helped to set up it as an official campaign and set them up with an actual portal. So future donations in the future, anything that they did, they could just have it go directly to them rather than have to use GoFundMe's and stuff like that. And so that's how it became an official campaign. Then Chris ended up not being able to participate in year 2. His wife became pregnant. Uh-huh. Congratulations to him, by the way, for all that. And his child now is a couple years old. But he was taking time off to do that, and so there wasn't any organization to it at all. But a few folks at that point in time, I was doing some promotions with the Rogue Trader, and so people started reaching out to me because they knew that he was heavily involved, and they started asking me like if I knew what was going on, and so I started asking him if he knew anything, and then somehow here I am.
So
and then I decided I'm not doing it. If I'm going to do this, I'm not doing a 24-hour marathon. Let me team up with some other guys that can help me do this. I want to do this on leverage other channels. Because at the time, my channel was very small. I would think I was maybe 1,000 subscribers at the time. And so at the time, to me, the big guys in our space, because our perception is always skewed somewhat, right. But Mark and DJ were both really big guys, and they're guys that I was doing stuff that I admired and everything else, believe it or not.
That's better. I don't know about big channels, but you definitely look up to us.
Well, again, everything is perspective is everything, right? When you're sitting at 1,000, when somebody else has got 3,000, it seems like they're massive, right? And when you're sitting at 5,000, you realize how small you really are in the grand scheme of things. But so I just kind of reached out. These were guys that I was already talking to and connected with through other connections, right? We all have those, I know this person through this person type of thing. And so from that, I just kind of reached out and kind of got, I don't even know how 100% got done, but we managed to they showed some interest, the foolish individuals, and they got roped in.
All right. So do all of y'all and this might be a touchy subject, but do y'all have a personal story involved or that ties y'all to cancer, or is it just that you want to kick cancer's ass?
Yeah, so I'll fill this one. My mom passed away in 2010 of cancer, and since then I've been involved in a cancer charity one way or another. Predominantly here in New York, it was called the Avon Walkathon. So once
Okay.
we would raise funds, and then we would walk in Central Park. It's like 7 miles. So everyone in October goes on a Sunday, raise money before that, and then it culminates in the walkathon on a Sunday, 7 miles in Central Park, which was pretty awesome. So I was involved with that from 2010 because my mom passed away in May. So I got involved that year, all the way up until Chris created Comics Curing Cancer. For me, the cancer charity aspect to it, and then the comic book community aspect to it is what really sold me on it, and I wanted to get involved that way. But for me, like, my mother passed of cancer, and my grandfather had also passed away of cancer a while ago too.
Okay. Mark, do you have anything to add, or you?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just one of those stories that we hear, right? We all hear it every time, and we talk about it. It's every through this, everyone you talk to has a story, whether it's a mom, a dad, a grandma, grandpa themselves, whatever. Everybody knows somebody. That's why we bring up that whole, it's ultimate supervillain, right? It's just everybody's affected.
Yeah, it's been touching my family here recently too, so that's one of the reasons why I want to do this and help promote C3.
Yeah, honestly, it's the hardest part about doing this is, you hear those stories over and over and over again. Everybody tells you the stories, and I never want to sit there. Don't tell me your story, because I mean that helps us all heal, but it is one of those things that it is hard when you're hearing it all the time and you just go, man, it just really is big. But then you just remember that, hey, we're doing what we can. Nobody's going to knock it out in one blow, but we team up, we do what we can, we make a difference.
All right, we've actually covered a couple other questions just in that little part that we did there. What role do y'all see the broader comic book community covering in fueling the success of C3? Or, like, I guess
everything. This event is literally nothing without the broader comic community. We're like, it's literally a community event. We're organizers of the entire community, which at this point in the process, it's the actual month of the big event. At this point, there's 3 content creators sitting here with you, but there's already over 20 content creators directly involved in talking and working on a daily basis to get the event to happen. So it's not the 3 of us. There's parts of the thing where that's just the 3 of us talking and planning and doing stuff, but I mean, even Heroes Con, like the amount of just visual support and people wearing shirts and like it's a community event. Without that aspect, it's literally nothing.
Yeah, I want to go to Heroes next year and see the booth and help out if I can.
It's folks like you doing this, right? Helping to spread the word. It's everybody who retweets and rethinks. That's why we really build that idea.
It's all ran on donations too. 100% of the stuff, that all the items, all the art, all the people's creative time that they put into it, all the books that we sell, they're all given to the charity to sell. Like there's nothing that, I mean, we do the same thing. We donate items, but it's not like there's something funneling and fueling it. It's all purely ran on kindness and compassion. And the more
because
people
the only thing that
support it, the better it does.
The only thing that runs and fuels it is the donations from the folks, whether it's items or whether it's even the stuff, the monetization from my channel, which feeds the shipping supplies and the shipping costs. Right, those are all still just donations from the community.
DJ, are you the I guess, the creative organizer behind this one.
Yeah, I would say I take the lead when it comes to the art book.
So,
we would too.
We draw a stick figure.
so how hard is it to go getting the I guess organization or the people to make the content to go in here? I mean, what's the quick process?
It's a pretty daunting process, if I may say so myself. Uh, You'd be surprised at the amount of doors that we knock on to contribute art, like professional art, and those doors aren't open, or those messages don't get answered, which is totally fine. It's a lot to ask a professional artist to sacrifice like a piece of art, and this is how they pay their bills, how they pay
Right.
their and stuff like that. So it's a lot to ask them to sacrifice that stuff. With this particular book, we got really lucky. A lot of artists were open to the idea of contributing, and we were super grateful for that. So once artists like Chad Schudel, who did the centerfold in that book, he tapped a bunch of his artist buddies as well, professional artists, and they got involved. And it's all about like sending a message. The good thing about C3, because we were in our 4th year this year, like we're starting to get brand recognition and name recognition. Mark brought up Heroes Con. A lot of the artists there, like they know us as the C3 guys,
Right.
and we're like almost like a central booth within Heroes Con, which is super cool. So a lot of artists know us there on Instagram, through our YouTube pages, and we were made a lot of connections that way.
Okay.
Yeah, the Heroes Con allows us to make those connections. But I mean, but you asked DJ, and this is the thing we all chuckled, right, about how is it done. If you've ever had to chase one artist on a question on a commission, imagine trying to chase 20, 25 artists, whatever, with a deadline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and you're not paying them.
Yeah. we start working on the art book so right after we ship all this stuff out, come October, the beginning of November, because it takes time to ship out all the things that we have up for auction.
Right.
That's when I'll start sending out feelers to professional artists who want to be in the art book, who are willing to donate their art pieces.
To give you context, Brian, since before Heroes Con this year, where the art book went up for sale, there's already names on his list for next year. He was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
This is a year-round thing that he is always on the prowl for. It's fun to watch him do.
So, as outside of the comic community, have y'all seen very much growth, or are there any? I guess, is C3 getting out there at all to anybody outside of the comic YouTube community that you know of?
I would say yes. There's some companies that couldn't be mentioned that definitely see what we do and support, and they just leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah. And there are a lot of artists that are tied to companies that we had the benefit of getting donations from and stuff that they don't want to be like named, because it's all about C3. It's not about mine.
And if you donate to one, they would feel obligated to donate to all and everything. They don't want anyone to feel left out. And I'm sure it's like that for all charity stuff. There's probably people that we hope to get that are already tied personally to something else. And,
right.
So we respect that aspect of it, and we're grateful for who we get.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So what's the overall goal that C3 is trying to get to this year?
To cure cancer.
What was that?
With comic book. To cure cancer with comic books.
That's
okay,
right.
monetarily.
Oh, yeah. 55.
The target this year is 55,000.
And if I remember correctly from I think last week's episode of the Comic Vets Show Us What You Got, there is a stretch goal that Cliff on Comics is involved with.
You'd have to talk to Cliff on that.
I don't remember what the details, but
we don't associate with stretch goals. Not after we've been burned.
We've been burned. Yeah.
All right.
We're looking at you, Whack Comics.
Yeah. we'll say his name, Tyler. Where's the tattoo?
That's it. Yeah, that's right. We want ink.
Okay, is Tyler Whack Comics?
No.
Yeah, he's one half.
Okay.
He's the U.S. half.
Gotta get Lee. I was about to get Lee in trouble. Lee shaves his head now. Lee comes.
That's
through.
right. Lee did his part. Yeah.
Lee comes through before he even hit the goal.
Yeah, he shaved his full body for Comics Curing Cancer. He looked like Neo when he escaped the pod.
Yeah.
All right. What would y'all say is the biggest, or the most memorable or surprising piece that's been donated art wise or collectible wise to C3? And is anybody topping that this year?
I think those are two different categories. Collectible wise, it had to be the first appearance of Punisher when it's signed by Stan Lee as well.
No, it wasn't signed by
No, it
Stan
was
Lee, but
Gary
it was signed.
Conway.
Jerry
But it
Conway.
was, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was a big piece last year. That was really impressive.
Yeah.
Like shows you the generosity of people.
Yeah, that
Art,
was
it's hard to call it, man. Art is really hard. We've gotten original pages, insane pieces, and the one cool thing about the event, especially if you're somebody who's planning on supporting by buying something, is typically, and I don't want to put the cart ahead of the horse, but in previous years, the inventory kind of outweighs the audience. So you're able to get like some really unique opportunities at stuff that would be significantly more expensive on an art house or on eBay or somewhere else. So that art is hard to really call it and put a real value on it, because some of that stuff it's worth a lot more than it sells for.
Yeah, I think that probably the Punisher was there. The year before that would have been the Harley Quinn, first appearance of Harley Quinn was donated.
Yeah, that Cap 101. There's a couple of like semi-big grade blue chippers like that.
There was like a Golden Age bubble helmet book, right, Rob? That you might have put
There
up.
was a Golden Age Captain Marvel with the first Talking Tawny one year.
Yeah, that was there. No, the one that I put up was I pulled off the wall.
Yeah,
was a Schomburg fighting Yank.
Yeah, that was when we were sitting there trying to hit the stretch goal. Me and Rob were pulling. He's pulling books off the wall. I'm pulling Austin like one pieces out of the collection, and
yeah, I think
we weren't
art
leaving
wise,
until we hit the stretch goal that year.
Art wise, we've had some big pieces, but if you want to talk about like original comic book art, probably the cover art. We had the original cover art for a Darkwing Duck from Trish Forstner one year. That went for pretty decent money because it was the cover art. So, but yeah, and we're gonna have a cover art. She's donated. She's supposedly, I haven't got it yet. We're supposed to have a cover art for another episode or another issue of Darkwing Duck on its way from her. She's been a great supporter.
Yeah, in the beginning years, there were a couple of brand flakes pieces, so a couple of original brand flakes pieces. There was a piece I totally forgot what it was. What SCG and I were battling for.
Oh,
Mark,
there was just
a comment for you.
Yeah, there's been some good pieces like that because then it's like, like last year, Chad's Captain America piece and Scott's Commandant Cancer piece that that Scott and I were bidding out on. But there's always
TW's Mr. Freeze too. That one for a pretty penny.
Yeah, it just takes it really just takes to have a couple people want the piece that's there, and so we got a lot of great pieces this year, so I'm excited. The art auction is probably one of our better or deeper art auctions I think we've had in a while. We've had some pretty good stuff. So,
so if somebody wants to send something to
send it yesterday.
Send it yesterday. Okay.
Yeah. Please reach out to one of us. We'll all give you my address, and you can ship it to me so I can get it inventoried and get it set up. Because today is October 5th, and it's the auction. The event is now less than 20 days away, so we're less than 3 weeks out, and so it needs to be here like really really quick.
So on the weekend of the auctions and the shows that you have lined up, which DJ, I do have your promo video that I'll play here in just a little bit. Is each show selling stuff or doing auctions, or how exactly does all that work? Because I wasn't really paying as much attention last year. I caught it like at the very end, and in my schedule, it didn't really fit.
Mr. Show Producer, you want to take this one?
Yeah, every show is geared to their own strength. So every show will have a different fundraising aspect that's kind of tailored to the day, the time of day, and all that stuff. The evening time and the weekend is where we're targeting to have a bigger audience. So we'll be moving bigger items, key books, art, stuff like that. Of course, the big finale all day Sunday, pretty much once you hit lunchtime, will be the big comic and collectibles one. But all the other shows, you'll have one that's tailored specifically toward live drawing. And of course, we got Izzy, who knows a lot of the artists that work with C3 previously and do like pretty much full-time art online. They'll be doing that. And shows like mine that kick it off in the morning time, understanding it's a Friday morning on a work day. I'm sitting there like moving mystery boxes. We're not putting up like our big like spotlight items and stuff like that. We'll have an overnight stream going. Well, there'll be a lot of people in the hangout setting doing live art and stuff like that amongst their regular viewers and watchers. And it's really just different stuff tailored to really fit the time slot that it exists in.
This sounds like y'all should, if this doesn't, or if y'all need a future career in the future, should go into a logistics company.
Logistics, yeah.
Because I mean, do each of the streamers have their own list of inventory or things that they're going to handle?
Yep.
Okay.
And we're back up for prize support. So one of the things that I targeted this year is the time zone. Like in the first year, going from 24 hours to 3 days, you figure stuff out along the way. And Rob is actually British. A lot of people don't know that, but it means a lot to him that we keep up with his British heritage. So I made sure. I made sure to target the time zone. So when we're asleep, the other half of the world is awake. So I reached out to people that we have, friends that we have on the other side of the world, and I targeted them for our overnight so that they'd be their daytime, so that they can tap into their local resources, talk to their local audience during their regular operating times, and potentially ship locally to local people over on that side of the world. Same thing with the UK and stuff like that. So we're trying to take advantage of stuff like that so that we don't necessarily have to ship prizes from here all the way around the world. We can potentially just see what they can come up with over there and do prize support if they need prize support, help offset the price of shipping whenever it's needed, stuff like that, but try to limit as much of that as we can, because ultimately we need as much money as we can to stay in here. We don't need all that money that is raised throughout the year to help cover shipping to all go to shipping. We'd rather as little as possible go to it, and all that left over just go straight into the bank of C3 after the event. So that's the goal that I have with that, is trying to logistically keep as much money as I can in the C3 bank.
Right.
Yeah, and I think as well with all the shows that we have going on, the number one goal is to fundraise.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what we do, the number one goal is to fundraise and raise money for comics curing cancer, and that comes in different ways, right? So it comes with auctioning off art, auctioning off collectibles, telethon style programming where people can donate something and they might get added to a prize wheel if that show wants to do a prize wheel. But just want to reiterate or just put it out there: the number one goal for all the shows across the board is to raise money.
Right. Yeah, I've done my fair share of fundraising in the past. I was a professional fundraiser for the Boy Scouts for a number of years.
Oh, nice.
FOS.
I thought you were going to say a mafia collector.
Basically the same thing.
Fundraising in my day.
It's almost, you have for FOS, it almost is. Yeah, I've done a lot of those.
Yeah, it's called Fun or Scouts. Or
Friends of
Scouting.
Go around selling popcorn.
No, that's a different thing.
Okay.
No, I had to coordinate all the popcorn efforts for our.
Yeah.
I just bought a $20 bag of popcorn from some kid in front of the Kroger the other day. I went in. He was such sweet. He's like, "Want to buy some popcorn?" I'm like, "No, man. I'm going to the grocery store." And I came out. I'm like, "How much is your popcorn?" He's like, $20. I'm like, "Wait, what?" He's like, "No, you could get the box for $25." I'm like, "Here, take the 20, man. Give me the bag. I'm out of here."
Yeah, I had to teach.
I'm afraid to open it because if it's not the best popcorn in the world, I'm going to be so mad.
It actually is pretty good.
It better be. I got the white cheddar.
But,
yeah, it's good. Yeah. They need to learn to nod their heads and go, "Yes, you want to buy popcorn."
Oh, this kid was on it. I was the fact that he approached me and said something. He couldn't have been more than 10 years old. I'm like, all right,
that's good.
Got to respect the hustle.
Flash by Night, welcome in.
What's up, TJ?
Justice for Starscream.
He got his justice, all right.
Dude, I am getting that. I'm seeing that hashtag popping up all over the place. He started something.
He did.
Yeah. Just like
issue number 24 of Transformers ended it.
Have y'all ever? I mean, this is, I guess, just a question I got for you offhand. Have y'all ever thought about in the future trying to do like a ground game where you get different people that can go to different cons to be your own little C3 grassroots campaign for the promotion aspect of it in the
DJ
future?
can touch on that because we've already kind of done that in his local area.
Yeah. So our predominant thing that we do through the year is set up the booth at Heroes Con. Like we're there, we have a booth, everyone knows us. C3 branding, that's where we sell the art book, we sell a bunch of other items. People are nice enough that are in the building to, like other vendors and things, they'll drop stuff off at the booth and we'll just put a price tag on it and sell it right then and there, with all the money obviously going to Comics Curing Cancer. Last year, I didn't do it as much this year because there was a heavy emphasis on this art book and we had bigger numbers for the art books and things like that. But last year I was set up at a bunch of local cons out here in New York, New Jersey, and I went to Pennsylvania for one with our C3 branding, our C3 table. Last year I would sell whatever was left over from the first art book and we were able to sell out that way. So yeah, to answer your question, we've done that. This year kind of stalled because all the focus went into Heroes Con, but that's something that we might revisit next year.
And to add to it moving forward, I think it's safe bet to say like you wouldn't see anything happen beyond one of the three of us at the bare minimum. Because one thing about this event that we're very, very conscious of is the integrity aspect of charities. Like a lot of people are like hesitant to donate to charities. A lot of things you don't know what percentage of yourself's going there. And one thing we super duper try to do is try not to even handle money. You know, we try like even at Heroes Con, we're encouraging everybody, if you want to buy something, just hit the QR code and go straight to the link and just send the money straight to the American Cancer Society. And so I think it'd be super cautious about what we do beyond one of the three of us being able to account for it.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is that is a lot of those, you're going to have to you're either going to get, if you're lucky enough to get a charity table, you're going to be off in the corner somewhere. But otherwise, like Heroes Con, we pay for the table.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, I mean, you have to have something to sell or to make it worthwhile, right? And we don't have inventory of year-round inventory of books that we could there, and you can only do so. You're only making so much selling the a print or something else like that. So it's really it would be difficult to attend a lot of these other shows because I know I get a lot of questions like, hey, you guys going to come to New York Comic Con? Are you guys going to come to Baltimore? Are you guys going to come to this and come to that? It'd be great to be able to do that all over the place, but we'd have to have an operating budget. We'd have to have inventory to sell that feeds that budget. We wouldn't be able to have 100% of the proceeds going to that because you'd have to be covering your expenses and everything else. And so it'll be more problematic to do that. But we get out, and I don't know about DJ and Mark, but I know when I go out, a lot of times I'm wearing my C3 shirt. Well,
I don't leave the house without my baseball jersey on.
Yeah. Like it pains me not to wear it right now because it was dirty.
We actually already had that conversation before the two of y'all joined the stream.
We talked to but like I was just at a show today, and I got 3 items donated for the event from vendors that they're not part of the online group, whatnot, but they watch me on YouTube. I've bought tons of stuff from them in the past, and they're just like, oh hey, here, I got something for you for the charity auction because that's coming up, right? Well, yeah, okay, great. Or one guy said, one guy worked with me. I said, hey, I want to buy this for the auction. Would you work with me? And he just said, yeah, I'll give it to you for half price. Done. Let's do it. It's like, so so we represent in that manner.
All right. And Mark, how many different, content creators do you have helping out this year with the streams and all that you've organized?
Individual shows?
Yeah.
Over, because like a lot of these shows have numerous content creators on them, numerous co-hosts, numerous content creators are coming on to guest spot on them during that. But there's like 5 shows on Friday, and I think 7 shows on Saturday, and like 4 on Sunday. And each of those shows consists of numerous content creators. For example, there's no less than 4 on Friday nights with DJ, and Izzy's show on Friday is going to have a handful of people live drawing, all content creators in their own right on platforms. And Friday morning is going to be a gathering of content creators to get the ball rolling. and it's just a lot. It's a lot, and a lot of those people are individually coordinating on their streams and stuff like that. And
Yeah, and
It's community.
that's
yeah,
why I said there's over 20 content creators actively involved in this every day at this point. We've been badgering them all weekend long, getting all week long, getting them to set their streams and to get me their thumbnails. And we were trying to put together a video package. And then this over the weekend, we've been going now that they got their stream set, they thought, okay, I'm done. Nope. Now here's the specific description that y'all can copy and go put in your videos. And if you go down to this line right here, you're going to want to delete that and you're going to put your own personalized description, but it needs to be between this and this because we are about uniformity.
close uniformity.
Uniformity.
I remember one of your live streams you were in this weekend. You were talking about the YouTube description, so I remember you talking about how everybody needs to.
That was this weekend's project.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone's real excited. I know Mark used the word badger. That's badgering for the work stuff, but everybody that we have on the schedule, they're real excited to contribute and just be part of it.
Yeah, I just picture like that's what I'm unfortunately having to do to them.
Yeah, no, but
I'm still waiting on one person to send me their 2 thumbnails.
Rob.
You talk about the ones that are in the folder.
Don't you talk to me about folders. We need them in that group chat so everyone can save them the easy way.
All the ones are there. They've been uploaded to the completed folder.
Into the group chat. Team player.
You're part of the top trio from Earth X, and this is what you do?
That's right. I organized the folder that said completed and put them all in there.
You know,
along with I even went and downloaded everybody's from the Instagram chat and put them into the completed folder for you.
I'm over here downloading them and organizing them into my phone.
Oh, that's very helpful.
So that I'll be able to post stuff with them as well. But everyone does stuff differently. I'm a testament to that.
Rob, can you pass me that thumbnail from Mark's phone?
No, it's in the chat though. If you need it, it's in the chat. So all these other people that are going to be promoting on their own, which we're going to be pushing and encouraging everyone.
It's actually in the folder that they all have access to.
Yeah. But dude, like I'm telling you, man, I was trying like right before this show, I was in a folder.
You guys think that we're a clockwork streamlined organization?
Rob, I was trying to simply save. I was trying to save and share the description. I couldn't get it to do it from the folder. So I came to my computer, opened an email, opened my own YouTube, copied my description, put it into the email, and send it to them via email.
That's probably why I see a bunch of them with broken links now.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Not me. I went into the folder that had the link. I click on the link. It sent me to another folder. And in that folder, I was able to get the link that I needed. And then I copied and pasted that and put it in the original folder. So it should
That's crazy. Or you could just put it in the chat. Just hold down and copy. Done.
DJ, is there I guess in the future, is there a specific or certain artist that you would like to get involved that you haven't already?
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean,
yes.
Secret.
No, I mean, if we're like wishful thinking, it could be anyone from like Jim Lee, Todd McFarlane. Like,
yeah, if we're wishful thinking, we want an Alex Ross cover. What are we talking about?
Oh yeah, 1000%.
Can we dig up Schomburg and reanimate him?
DJ's got a Ouija board.
Well,
I do.
Hey, you can talk to LA Comic Con and then get an AI version of Stan Lee to say something, probably.
That's right.
No, we're completely anti-AI over here as far as artwork and Stan Lee goes, sir.
You're listening to this. You are the resistance.
Triggered, yeah. Yeah, so those are the big dogs, but predominantly like we want to get professional artists with like name recognition so that people can see, hey, oh, that's this artist. Let me pick up that book. Even if they don't know what C3 is, they'll just want that person's cover because there are artists that have a following and people just pick up their stuff blindly no matter what the book is. So that would be my goal. John Jang is a big supporter. He hasn't donated art, but he's always like signing our art books, remarking our art books, and there'll be one this weekend signed and remarked art book that we have. But he's a big supporter and he's a friend. Like he's
bring the bag if you're trying to get it because there's going to be a fight for it. I need it to pair with last year's.
But yeah, Todd McFarlane will be my guy. I'm actually going on Wednesday because New York Comic Con is this week, and Wednesday there's retailer day. So there's only retailers that go in. I'm fortunate enough to be part of a retailer thing where I'm filming for them, so I'll get access on Wednesday. So my goal is to go to the Todd McFarlane signing and get one of the art books signed, and then give him an art book with some C3 material if he's willing to accept it. So that's my goal for Wednesday.
You can just tuck it in his turtleneck. That way he doesn't have to carry it
Shout out to Turtlenecks, man. Fantastic Four all day.
all day.
All right, Mark, is there a particular artist that you would like to try to get involved in the future?
Yeah, I want to see Jang in there. We've been chipping away at him, but he's one of the busiest working dudes in the industry. You can just tell from the number of books he drops every single month. But he's awesome. He's one of the easiest and coolest guys to talk to, and he always finds time at the middle of the con to do something for us, so we have something. And like we pick up exclusives throughout the year to have to sell and stuff. And whenever we run into him at shows, he'll sign them and remark them so that it increases the value for us, because when there's limited time, that's really all he can do at the moment, kind of thing. But I would love to see him go ham, whether it be on the cover or on the inside, because we have enough high tier artists to put him throughout the book.
Mm-hmm. Daymare says I need a copy of last year's book. We're fully sold out of the Austin LeMay cover from 2024. Yeah, we're in 2025. Oops. 2024. We're fully sold out of that book.
Does ABX still have one of those, Mark?
I don't think so.
Okay.
They done sold out of them. We've got some Sonics. If you want some Sonic or Crow, we have a couple of those laying around. Some of the exclusives.
Yeah,
I have the print from last year. I did get that one.
There you go.
I still gotta get it framed, but
Take it to Kinko's.
Are y'all gonna do any more of those in the future?
Tune in this weekend, and I don't know, maybe one of those 2023 art books might pop up.
This weekend or during the event?
I mean, I'm sorry, during the event. For some reason,
Okay.
I thought it was during their event. Like, tune into in the mix. One of those.
The 2024 art book.
Heart of Gold. Yeah.
Is there a particular book that y'all would like to see come across the C3 donations in the future that would just like really make y'all excited?
I don't know. I'm hoping to see like a first appearance of like Black Panther, Black Cat, and Black Lightning.
That's what I'm hoping for. Like, because I need that Black Panther. That's a fire book. So I'm hoping someone puts that out.
The top trio of comic books.
Oh.
That might happen on a Saturday, right?
Yeah, it could. Very well.
See, I pay attention. I listen occasionally.
Yeah.
For those wondering, you can win one or all of those books during the event. The first appearance of Black Cat, Black Lightning, and Black Panther. And we're stopping there because Rob is not a fan of Black Goliath.
No, I just don't have a copy first appearance of that one available.
That's fair.
I've already given away a first appearance of it, but I don't have one that's suitable for that purpose or it's slabbed.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff. I'm assuming between now and then we're going to be trying to get some more of the eye candy collectibles, comics, or stuff. Get some photos and get them posted up on the Instagram just so there can be some. God dang, who sent that?
This is the one I just got for half price.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that's just going up in the collectible show.
Yep.
What issue is that? 20 something.
55.
Superman
Featured.
Ideal
featured-
video.
It's the issue that was featured in or used in Seduction of the Innocents.
All right. What would y'all say is
Did
been the
someone say
biggest-
black? Rob did.
Yeah, I'm gonna donate a Static Shock to that bundle, Rob.
There'll be a Static Shock Platinum Edition in the mystery boxes on Friday morning, donated by Smasher Comics.
Okay, so I don't have to do that. Thanks, Mark, for bailing me out.
Well, you can, because this one's just going to be hidden somewhere inside the mystery boxes, but it'll be part of the featured books. That's another thing. I got to take a picture of all. I got like 10 slabs and stuff and chase books that are all going in that's not even getting sent to Rob. And that goes back to your point about all these people doing their own shows. Like a lot of stuff, like I'll have 10 mystery boxes, like really, really, I'm happy to say good mystery boxes. There'll be like triple signed slabs in there and just a variety of other stuff of all different value and caliber. And And those Rob doesn't even have, will have, and that goes for all the rest of the shows. So a lot of stuff does spread out. The stuff that gets sent to Rob is primarily for that Saturday night and that Sunday auction. But I like John's Comics with Friends. He always has like an assortment of awesome stuff from collected volumes to different books, and he passes out stuff like it's Halloween.
Okay, here's a logistics question. I guess it's kind of on the back end, but with all these shows that y'all are doing throughout that weekend and all the items that are going to be up for auction and sale, how do the people making the purchases actually pay for it? Does it go through the donation site to the American Cancer Society, and then like,
Yeah,
I guess
good
is
question.
it something that Austin does or the help out?
It's a great question, because that's one of our things that we take great pride in, is that we're not asking people to trust us with the money or anything else. So the American Cancer Society set us up with a payment portal that the payment system goes directly to them. So every single show has it in their show description, plus they tend to pin it to the top of their live chat. And we tell people, once they've won something, you make your payment, you through the donation portal, and then you get a receipt from the American Cancer Society virtually instantly. And then so that you have that record of that payment going directly to them.
Okay. I just like,
yeah, we then we have a system then set up with them wherein we can then see some of that stuff and get a report at the end of the event, so that would help facilitate trying to ship items out and everything else.
so y'all have to set up on the front end all the individual auction items per live stream?
No. So the nice thing is that so everybody will have a list. Essentially, it's like we're not doing it. It's not like on eBay or something where the item is on a buying platform. Typically, a lot of the shows, like Mark said, they're doing pledge, and they might have some items on a wheel that they're doing thank you gifts, and you get a random item if you're lucky, type thing. Some of them will be auctions, but the auctions that we do, the big events, those are done on YouTube. And so just like you might have seen somebody else's live YouTube auction where they have you pay them on their PayPal, instead of doing that, we're having you pay through this payment portal. And then later on, we're matching those items up. What usually ends up happening is the auctions, we're putting them up. We have a spreadsheet with all the items, and we're noting who won each item next to those items. And then that leads to the difficulty for me when it comes time to do reconciliation of trying to make sure that everything is matched up to people. But that's a different logistical nightmare.
Yeah, I get props to all y'all for everything that y'all are handling and organizing, because I mean, as I said before, I've done fundraising before and trying to organize stuff, and it's not an easy job. It's a full-time job in itself, and y'all are just doing this in your spare time on the side. So shout out to all y'all for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Just curious, what's the if there's other comic book YouTubers that were wanting to support another charity, is there any advice that y'all would give to them going forward? Or
if they want to support a charity?
No, if they were if like there are
create their own version of
Society is a great charity, but there are other great charities.
Yeah, just take all that effort and all that drive and that willpower and bring it over here. We can use it.
Yeah, I've talked to several people who've reached out in the past about the success that we've had in asking us about stuff, and it's like you can only tell them that I think the biggest thing for us that has helped us compared to some other drives that I see is, first and foremost, can people relate to and identify with it? Mm-hmm. It's great to want to help. There's a lot of different causes, and it's great to want to do, but you have to understand that it's going to have there's a certain appeal factor when you're asking people to help out with, and people who have a personal connection to those items are more likely to donate to those charities. And in the case of cancer, unfortunately, as we've talked about, everybody has those connections. So it's really easy for us to have people relate to cancer, especially when you're talking about cancer from a very broad sense versus a specific type of cancer, right? The other thing is we're very fortunate to have the official backing of the American Cancer Society to be that official campaign, to have their endorsement and support. So it's not just a, hey, I want to do good. Trust me, I'm going to do that. And I don't want to knock anybody who does those. That's great. You just have to temper. You're not going to raise $50,000 probably if you don't have some sort of legitimacy going with it, because there's just too many scams, unfortunately, in this world, and people are on the defensive these days. So we're fortunate from that aspect, which helps us to succeed to the level that we do, and I'm very thankful. And it helps that we're doing it. Not only are we tying a cause that matters, but we're tying it with the community itself. The comic books aspect of it. So it's really easy for people to want to be a part of it.
Yeah. And I also think relationships help and contribute to that immensely. Like each of us have our own relationships with, whether they be retailers or whatever the case may be, other content creators, and bringing them into the fold has helped us a lot as well. But relationships is another key to that. And Austin LeMay is a perfect example of that. He's been riding with us since the beginning, and he's became a full-fledged member, part of the board of Comics Curing Cancer this year. We greatly appreciate him for all his work. Love you, Austin.
He made a mistake of volunteering one too many times.
Now Rob's working him like a Shetland pony.
Sorry, yeah, no, but the relationships are a really big thing. I mean, that's where I love that's been the best part of like the Heroes Con is is because you see everybody come together at the booth, not just the community, but then like when we go talk to the artists and stuff, there's so many of the artists now that they're so happy to see us and to be a part of it, and just have these next level conversations with some of them that are amazing.
Yeah, it's funny. So I was a friend in the hallway, waiting online to get into Heroes Con, and he walked me over to Trish, and Trish Forstner was online. So he was just like, "Oh, let me introduce you to Trish." And then I go over there. She was like, "Oh, hey, DJ, whatever, blah, blah." And the dude was like shocked because they know me from C3.
Yeah, the funniest one to me was Heroes Con this year. I was just walking in through the main lobby at one point for some reason, and Scotty Young was coming the other way, and I was just head down doing my stuff, and from about 30 feet away, go, "Hey, Rob, what's up?"
Yeah,
it's great because you think of these guys like rock stars, and they're just people too, but they are busy. They have a lot of stuff going on, and it's those relationships to build up. They get to know you, you get to know them, and they're super helpful, and we appreciate them very much.
Is there talking about community? Is there anybody, or I guess any YouTube comic book content creators that y'all would like to get involved, or with bigger audiences or big audiences?
To that, I would say I wouldn't say any names because like we mentioned earlier, we knock on a lot of doors, and we don't judge anybody for not being able to or not participating, and we plan on knocking on doors again and hope that at some point they're available.
Right.
But our
Yeah,
goal
sometimes it's a schedule.
A perfect world. Every stream we do would be on a channel that has over 100,000 subscribers. That's the goal, is to make money. And that's what we're trying to do.
Oh yeah.
100%. Yeah, we've had conversations with some folks, and you obviously have some that don't answer, and you have some that answer and are very nice, but unfortunately schedules just haven't worked out, and you understand that some of those, when you start getting to that size, there's certain different logistics they're dealing with,
especially when it's a job for you. You know what I mean? Like you got to respect everyone's hustle. I'm like, we're on YouTube just to have fun and hang out with people and talk about comics. This just kind of happened organically. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Some people do this so that they can put food on the table. So
yeah. Oh yeah.
That would be dope, Pops.
Yeah,
game
changer.
I was thinking, that would be awesome. That would definitely
get him to make a donation. That'd be fine too.
We'd be done.
Just get him to do a collab. That might help.
Just give the collab on one post. You'd be good.
Yeah, would you mind shouting out one time? That's it.
Yeah, that would go a long way. Well, we're coming up close to our hour. I know y'all are very busy people and got some other stuff. I know Mark has another show coming up tonight.
Yeah, I've got a massive giveaway I have to schedule for tonight.
Yep, and I hope I know I'm on the wheel, or I believe I'm on the wheel, so I hope I got a chance at that. Do y'all have anything that y'all want to, or I guess before we have y'all talk about other stuff, let's show the schedule for C3 weekend.
Roll it.
So. All right, DJ, that's an awesome promo.
Oh, thank you,
put
sir.
Together.
That's why we keep him around. He has a little bit of talent.
The editor extraordinaire. Got some other people that showed up in here. Who? I guess Rob, or what do you have coming up on your channel?
Comics Curing Cancer.
Comics Curing Cancer. That's the big thing. There's a lot of shows that'll be on my channel as I host the main auctions, but everybody just make sure you check out everybody's channel. I mean, it's phenomenal. I'll be with Mark kicking it off on Friday morning on October the 24th, and I'm excited.
We'll be all over the place. There's a lot of shows. You can go to any one of our channels already, and you can find our Comics Curing Cancer show, and in the description there's the entire show lineup. You can go through that description and turn the notification bell on all those shows already. Subscribe to those channels so that you don't miss them, because pretty much for the whole weekend it's going to be going from one show to the next, from the time you get off work on Friday all the way till the time you go to bed on Sunday.
And if you don't want to try that hard to find it, the link tree that he's got going across the bottom there has the link to every single show. Is individually linked there in the link tree, and then what happens is live during the event, we remove the shows that are in the past, so that way the next show up is always at the top.
And since I have this promo reel, I'm going to be including that in all my shows that I do between now and the C3 weekend. So
enjoy the emails.
Well, yeah, I'm not monetized yet, so it's not going to hurt me.
I hate your guts, Mark. When you do get that email, let me know. I'll send you the license to get rid of that email.
Okay.
Or you can just remove the sound and
or you cannot care. If you're not monetized, you can just not care.
Yeah, it doesn't affect
because it doesn't block you. It's not a copyright strike. It doesn't block you from anything other than that you can't monetize the channel. That's or that. Sorry, you can't monetize that video.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
that's all.
Could you have changed it to Creative Commons attributes?
He's bougie. You gotta let him have it.
Yeah, if you want, you can remove that audio and drop something from the free YouTube.
I was about to say the reason why he doesn't do that, because it's called royalty free, and something that's free is not good enough for DJ.
Oh, this piece is royalty free, but you still pay for the license.
Yeah, you have to pay for the license.
Okay,
free.
It's a lot to earn. I'll just stick to live streaming, and
royalties would be that you have to pay every time it plays.
Yeah, so it's royalty
as
free.
opposed to buying a license.
But I did that, Brian. I just took it and ran it through YouTube, create the little app, and just knocked the sound out and put the YouTube music to it to run on my channel between now and then.
Okay.
I just bought a license.
All right. DJ, do you have anything that you want to promote or anything? I know you got the In the Mix on Friday nights.
October 24th.
Yeah, October 24th in the mix Friday night. We'll be auctioning off some items. New York Comic Con is this weekend, so I'm hoping to pick up a lot of items there. New York Comic Con. I know a lot of people like the exclusives and stuff, and I have access to a lot of retailers, so I'll get some exclusives and get some signed books, and that'll go up for In the Mix. And then I got a bunch of other surprises as well. It's gonna be a good time, so make sure you come on and hang out.
All right. Well, thank you guys for being here. I'm gonna
Thank you for having us.
What was that?
Thank you for having us.
Oh, you're welcome. I hope to do this again next year, also with y'all in the month of October.
Well, we hope to see you in the month of June.
That is my plan as of right now. The vacation schedule is going up at work, so I'm going to put that on the calendar and hope everything works out.
Quit your job, and after Heroes Con, go back and ask for forgiveness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it pays a little too well right now. Okay.
Fair enough.
And y'all can catch me every morning. I'm doing comic issues daily with some assistance. Mark but it's every morning, 6:45, 7 p.m. or 7:45.
Hey, dude, I love your hustle on this show, by the way, because you do what I do, and people people don't realize how much work it is. I watch you produce this show live while you're doing it. You're multitasking, you're hitting overlays, you got to organize, and I have massive respect for that. The people who edit in real time, you're your own real time producer, and you got tons of information in the show, dude, and it's really cool.
Thank you. It's
a lot of work you put into it.
Yeah. And it's something that was missing over the last years, because there used to be a guy that used to do that.
Disco.
Yeah, Discovery Bay. So it's definitely a void that you.
That's what I think about when I watch it. The only thing, and he's going to get to it. I didn't want to call him out, but he's going to get to it where he has the little side thing next to him, where it has the topics that he's going to be talking about listed, and one's highlighted, and it moves to the next as he gets there. And yeah, your future with this show is going to be very creative and fun if you just stay on your normal path with it.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome.
I'm trying. I've done a whole month solid of it, and it's been very taxing, but very rewarding.
Yeah, you're learning. There ain't no way you're not learning a lot.
Yeah, and I've also enjoyed doing the Comic Channel Origins show.
What's that?
That is this, and my guest next week is going to be What's on the Comic Rack, where I'm talking to other YouTube content creators about how they started their channel and what the process is. And I'm going to extend this invitation to the three of y'all. At some point, I would like to talk to each of y'all individually about how you've done your own channels and that. And Mark, I know you have a very hard schedule on Sunday nights, but we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
And Rob, I'd like to talk to you, and DJ also.
Yeah.
After November.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, luckily I'm actually booked through to November now. So
yes, good for you. I encourage everybody doing live shows to book your guests 2 to 3 months in advance.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, with
it's the only way you'll survive.
Bro, I'm sitting here thinking about like the only way that I can ever schedule shows. I'm like, hey, you can pencil me in, but go ahead and have a fallback, because I don't know.
No, that's always it. Yeah. You book everybody 2 to 3 months out. You pencil them in. You follow up 2 to 3 weeks in advance with them to make sure that's still good. Then you can shuffle things around.
Bro, like, don't you have a job though? I know you have a job.
Yeah.
You got a dog laying there. Like, how do you have time?
Acts of God can affect the show also, because
don't bring that up. Don't bring that up right now.
Yeah.
Oh
no.
Dude, I still think about this time last year. I had no power, no nothing. Like, you couldn't even walk down the road without having to climb over trees. Like, we got ravaged by the hurricane here, and I'm sitting on C3 inventory from last year that I wasn't even able to do anything. I was like going up to the comic shop trying to get little spots of Wi-Fi just to tune. It just didn't work. It was terrible. It was like, it broke my heart.
I'm in a hurricane zone here too. So,
Well, luckily this year the hurricanes decided not to make landfall.
yeah.
I enjoy the drink hurricane.
There you go.
All right.
I
Well,
like Shane Hurricane
You have one with the
Helms.
hypnotic.
Yeah.
well, guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for what you do for C3, keeping it running, we're trying to kick cancer's ass. So thank y'all for all of that. And we'll let you get on with your evening and go on to your other shows that you have coming up. Thank you all for being here, chat. Thank you for being here and everything. And we'll see you next time on Comic Channel Origins. Have a good night, guys.
Peace out.